Hello, everyone, and welcome to our Ventura TV. I'm Sandra Siepak. On today's show, we're featuring Martha Shapiro. She is the Director of Programs for Senior Concerns here in Ventura County. Welcome to the show, Martha.
Thank you. Thank you for having me.
Great. Your organization, Senior Concerns, is a great distribution center for food and supplies for many seniors out there in Ventura County. And you also provide Meals on Wheels and support groups for homebound seniors. There's many services as well. So we'd like you to tell us a little bit about the program and how you've adapted with some of the issues going on with COVID-19 to many of your seniors out there.
Sure. Well, our core services are really meant to help seniors age in place in the community.
Okay.
So we run an adult daycare program. We do the Meals on Wheels for Thousand Oaks and Newbury Park.
Okay.
We have a caregiver resource center, senior advocates, and legal and financial concerns. But right from the start, we knew that with the current COVID-19 crisis, our seniors and people with chronic health conditions were most at risk for complications and death. And we needed to quickly sort of change gears so that we could adapt to the emergent needs that were going on right now.
Okay.
So some of our programs, like the adult daycare, needed to pause so that those seniors could stay safe at home.
Mm-hmm.
And instead, we made a few changes. So first, we expanded our Meals on Wheels program right away. So that program is meant for older adults who are age 60 and up and are homebound. Well, now everybody who's over 60 should be homebound if possible, so that they can stay safe and reduce their risk of getting this virus.
Right.
So that meant that we were able to serve a lot more people with our Meals on Wheels program.
Mm-hmm.
This program delivers fresh, cold, and hot meals daily to seniors in the community. So it's a really vital service to help people stay at home safely.
And that's quite a lot of work for you and your team. I would imagine that in regards to getting all this food out there, this makes quite a big difference for your staff of volunteers that has to do all this work.
Absolutely. Well, first of all, our meals are prepared at the Los Robles East campus, and we very quickly hit our capacity there. We've seen over a 30% increase in people needing meals, and that number is going up every day.
Right.
So a few things we did. One is we have partnered with Country Harvest Restaurant in Newbury Park. So we now have a second kitchen through Country Harvest that's preparing meals, and that's allowing us to essentially double our capacity right away. The other thing is we put a call out to the community asking for volunteers. And boy, did the community respond.
That's great. That's so good.
It was amazing, heartwarming, and a little overwhelming. In just 2 days, we had over 60 people that had not just responded, but had gone through and completed our background check and our application process. And that number continues to climb. So we really sort of motivated the community to come together and decide that we are going to support our seniors. So that's made a huge difference. We've partnered with the Ventura County Area Agency on Aging as well to be able to make sure that we can serve as many meals as are needed in our area.
Right, and this is a very challenging time right now. So would you say the biggest need for seniors is getting the food that they need, or are there other services that are needed that are going to be difficult?
I think it's twofold. I think the first is those physical needs for food and supplies.
Okay.
Because we had so many wonderful volunteers sign up with us, we've been able to add some new services that we did not offer previously.
Okay.
So now we can do volunteer grocery shopping. So we actually match a volunteer to a senior. They call them on the phone, get their grocery list, do the shopping, let them know the total cost so that the senior can reimburse with a check. And we've orchestrated a no-contact delivery at the door to be as safe as possible. But what's amazing is now this volunteer is matched to that senior to follow them throughout this crisis. So they will check in with them weekly and continue to shop as needed.
Which keeps them, and it keeps the senior very safe at home in place, and yet they do have their needs met.
Exactly. I think There's those basic needs for food and supplies, which through our grocery shopping, we also have started our own pantry of supplies. But then there's also that emotional need. And I think this really satisfies both. People feel really alone and fearful when they don't know how they're going to get their next meal. And now they know who to call. They have that resource. And we can also match volunteers just to do a friendly phone chat if that's what the older adult wants, to be able to maintain that.
And that's extremely helpful because you've got a lot of seniors who may be alone at this time. They're a little bit nervous or scared. So reaching out to someone out there that is their support system makes a big difference.
Absolutely. These volunteers are really becoming the lifeline for our community.
Great. Let's talk about some of the agencies you partner with in helping some of these seniors.
Sure. Well, we know the Area Agency on Aging is a huge partner in getting those meals out, along with Country Harvest Restaurant. Then even Islands Restaurant has stepped up and they donate a meal back for every meal purchased. We also work together with the Manna Food Bank, with the Global Senior Center. We've really seen that all of our agencies are just coming together because we have to, because we've never seen a need this great and this immediate in our community.
I'm sure that many of the seniors out there are very excited to have this happen, where they have many of their needs met now and they're being taken care of very well, especially with the food donations that are coming in.
Absolutely. The response from them has been so heartwarming. I talk to people every day, and when they realize what it is that we can provide to them, the response is so emotional. You know, I spoke with one woman, she's in her 70s. She cares for her mother who's in her 90s. And she said, every time I go to the store, I feel like I'm putting my mother's life at risk.
Right.
You know, that I'm bringing back those germs to her. And so we set her up with a volunteer shopper, and she was just tearful and so appreciative. And I know how important it is for them to have this, and it just warms my heart every day.
Oh, that's wonderful to hear. That's the emotion there for many of these seniors is extremely. It's very important that they get to share this and that their needs are met. That's the most important thing. And I know that's what Senior Concerns is all about, and making that happen. And you and your team are doing a phenomenal job getting that taken care of for many of these people in Ventura County.
Thank you so much. We're working really hard, but it is worth it every day.
Very good. Could you mention the website for many of our seniors out there who may be interested in finding out more about your organization and all that you do, and getting, some information on your website, which is stated about some of the programs that you offer?
Absolutely. We have an entire tab under our program section for these new emergency services at seniorconcerns.org, and you can just call our phone number and we can talk you through all of what's available to you.
Very good. And what about volunteers? Is there a need for volunteers at this point in the near future once COVID-19 has lifted?
Absolutely. I mean, we use volunteers all the time for our Meals on Wheels, for our adult daycare program. So now that we have so many people that are getting to know us and getting involved, we hope to continue that. It lets us do so much more in the community.
Very good. Well, I wish you and your team at Senior Concerns all the very best as we go through this challenging time together. I know that many of our seniors are in very good hands with you, and I really appreciate all the work that you're doing, and we hope that will continue in the near future as well.
Thank you so much. Thank you for having me.
Great. And thank you, Martha Shapiro, Director of Programs for Senior Concerns.